Gemini, this is your week ahead tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is a message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. The way that works is that it's an energy reading. So this message comes to you at exactly the right time when you need to hear it. It's an intuitive message, so it's yours. Please take it where and how it resonates in your life. Oh, there's some major conflict that's coming out, especially when it comes to people or someone who was way too controlling or manipulative through the laws, rules, and regulations, especially if you've been butting heads with this stuff and things have been going nowhere, and now you're going to see why. I'll get into why I just told you that. If you are really loving astrology, like you love it as much as I do, please check out my second YouTube channel, Astrology Motivation, where I do a deep dive astrology forecast for Gemini and all 12 zodiac signs every single week. Subscribe over there too. I hope you do. Over here, like I said, this message comes to you exactly when it's supposed to, at the right time. If you guys are interested in personal readings, please do reach out to me at www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com. That is my website, and you can get the full explanation of my services and book it all over there as well. So let's get into this, shall we? The one card that was not turned over is this: contemplating something, thinking about it, not really decided or not knowing what you feel about it. But there is something that is in contemplation that clearly there hasn't been an answer on yet. Well, there is some sense of things not going anywhere, and I'm sensing frustration here. But here we have a judgment. Simply a decision, a judgment call, something that is decided. The devil is here, meaning that there is a judgment over some sort, something that you're stuck in, that you're afraid of, or that is causing you fear or causing you to be held back and stuck, especially if you're waiting for somebody to make decisions about finances or money. Like there's just this sense of it ain't never coming, you know? Then we have the Star card. So this is Aquarian energy about a truth or that is revealed, or an aspiration or a hope or a wish with regards to whatever this was that was stuck. I think this is actually really good energy because it implies that the universe is intervening when it comes to some issue with being held back or being restricted, being forced into something, I don't know, uncomfortable. But it seems like the Star card is here is like, oh my God, it's crazy energy. What does this mean? Why is the devil here? Maybe you're afraid of something. What is holding you back? What is holding Gemini back? The Hermit. Something has been hidden. Information has been held back or hidden. And this has to do with Mercury going into Virgo this week and being opposite Saturn. Oh, there's something that just flipped upside down too. Shit. Hold on. We have this Five of Cups. So something that you were disappointed about, guess what? No more disappointment. Then we have Ace of Swords. Finally, triumph, victory, and success over a situation that you were denied, or a place that you it's like you couldn't get this restart, or something. It maybe didn't happen last year, or something. It could be global. But there is this sense of what didn't happen, something that didn't happen, or something that was being restricted or held up. Something didn't go completely the way that you wanted it to. It kind of it's like it was cut halfway. You didn't get to go the whole way. It was only like 180 degrees instead of 360. It's that kind of energy, like something didn't complete itself, and you've been trying to work on this ever since, but there is some sort of clarity that comes now, or victory that comes from the disappointment that is related to all of this. The devil was some sort of restriction or denial of some sort. And there seems to be a judgment that's made, or information that comes out about it, like a truth that's kind of revealed about it, that offers a lot of clarity as to why this failed, why didn't it go right, or why it was held back. It's like somebody's finally sticking up for you, or something's finally working out that was stuck and maybe a little bit, I don't want to say unfair, but that's kind of what it is. I would say unjust. Let's keep going. Let's keep digging. Why is the Hermit here? Oh, we discussed that. We discussed that already. So why are you saying this again? Why is Five of Cups up right now? There's some information that comes. So there was a decision that was made to protect money that was very disappointing. Somebody was holding on to money, and for whatever reason they weren't releasing it. And then there was sort of actions that you were trying to take to move toward it, but at the same time you were kind of denied because they made a more conservative decision to hold on to something. They wanted to be stable and not move anything around. A decision was made based on really being afraid to move forward, or what would happen, and that ended up in a lot of disappointment. I don't know if this was a decision you made, but it seems like a lot of people were fighting over this, or a lot of people thought they had something to say about it, and there was a lot of discussion, or there was a lot of red tape with regards to it, and it's because this crowd issue, something to do with a crowd, something to do with a bunch of people. It's like somebody was trying to placate that crowd or make everyone happy, and that's why everything got tied up. Because the truth is, you can't make everybody happy. That's just impossible. People are too different. So we have the Eight of Swords. It's almost like in some ways you were denied an opportunity that you were counting on, or you felt like you were left in the dark for this new opportunity. Somebody maybe even cut you off from some cash. But I think it seems worse than that, because there was this sense of something good was supposed to come, something was supposed to like you were supposed to get this new opportunity, or this new cash flow, or this new job, or even just this new opportunity, but instead it was taken from you. You were restricted from it, left behind, and kind of hoodwinked in a sense of you don't even know why it happened, why people kind of came along and left you to fend for yourself. It was really to restrict you from any new opportunities, or maybe this is about being restricted from any new opportunities, almost being blacklisted, if you will, right? This could all be, okay, so what's coming out of this? 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 Hard work and dedication, Eight of Pentacles. So finally some progress is coming out of this, because you go from the Eight of Swords to the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about, it's almost like in a sense, you being stripped of something helped you realize or find a deeper meaning in why you're going to do things. Sort of not just a change of mind, but a change of heart. This sense of needing purpose and finding value in the work itself, like believing in the work itself, as opposed to just like finding work that you can believe in, instead of just work that makes you money. And then the Queen of Swords is almost like all this denial and this frustration that you had to deal with gave you a real keen sense of which direction you want to move in. And it sort of is what determines your direction right now, Gemini. I don't know what you got going on, but there's a decision for your future with regards to work. You're not going to have to worry about it. There is plenty of work for you moving forward, especially with this kind of purpose, right? It's almost like a strategy moving forward. There's some sort of strategy that you've created to pave your road forward. You definitely see options ahead of you. You definitely have them. This is strategic for your work, so that you're not denied again. What's the moon card? So we do have a full moon on August 1st. What's the moon card here for Gemini, please? Why is the moon card here for Gemini? We have you are good enough for Gemini. You are good enough. That's a Virgo. That's Virgo. So Mercury's moving into Virgo. This sense of finding a way to apply some strategy or be very particular. Like figure it out. It's a way to figure it out. You are good enough to move forward and to cultivate this. In other words, you can do it. This is a vote in your favor from the universe. You absolutely are capable and deserving of this. But what it took was confronting your demons from the past and your failures from the past and your failures to act in the past, because honestly, it's like you had to go through all those hoops to prove that you were a changed person, right? Or that things were not the same and that you weren't going to behave the same way. It's almost like in some ways, it's like in some ways when like the bad guy becomes the good guy. And I'm not trying to make you guys the bad guy, but there's that sense of, if you've, crying wolf. If you cry wolf long enough, nobody will believe you when it's really the case. And this seems like, because maybe you've been around so much in the past, whatever this is with regards to, people didn't believe you, or they were going to hightail it away from you because they were just not about being hoodwinked or bamboozled again. Maybe they felt that was you that they couldn't trust. But ultimately now this is a sense of, but all of this has made you realize how important what you have to do moving forward is. And so now there's getting that momentum behind, getting somebody to trust you, getting somebody to listen to you, getting somebody to support you, because now they know that you're for real and that you're not just shitting around. So that's kind of what it is, leading up to this momentum of, okay, you really deserve this. But you had to go through all this, especially confronting maybe some of the crap that you generated, in order to be the person that is good enough and be the person that is deserving. But that's where you're at right now, the person that is deserving and the person that is good enough. So I think I'm going to ask for what? What is all of this about? Because it seems like there is so much that is important to you right now, Gemini. Okay, these cards got nothing else to give me. So what's so important to Gemini moving forward? What's so important to Gemini? Knight of Wands is here. Your freedom, your ability to make your own choices and choose your own path. Knight of Wands is real fuckboy energy though. So there's a sense of you just want it. But you want it, I think you want action. You want to take action. Something you want. Why is that the way you answer my question, God? So why is Gemini wanting to move forward? All the Knight of Wands tells me is that you're going to. That there is a path forward. I didn't get a why. Because you're worried about the future. You're worried if you don't do something, what will happen? You're worried about what that outcome will be. And so there is a genuine concern here. This is almost like a genuine concern. You want to step in. It's almost like, and I'm not saying this is what's happening to you, but if this were a movie, this would be like the ex-husband or ex-wife, like traveling across the globe to warn their ex-spouse that they can't marry the new person they're engaged to because the new person they're engaged to is cheating on them. When the reason why your marriage broke up is because you cheated on them. But it's a sense of, because I saw what harm that brought, and because I saw what shittiness that was, I don't want to lead you I can't sit back and just let you make the same mistake again. It's almost like in some ways learning from being wrong, or because you've been wrong and you have, and that makes you kind of the perfect person for this now, because there's a level of appreciation you have for it that you didn't have before, and a level of, I want to make things better. Even if I don't get anything out of it, there's this sense of, I want to set you up for something better. That's the thing. It's like It's like you just want to take care of people and do a good job this time around. But when you're ready, it's almost like being given the job before you were ready. And then when you're ready, you were fired. You know, that's kind of what it is, this sense of, but no, now I know what has to happen, but you gotta get past the gatekeepers now that have this laundry list of, but this is how you failed in the past. Gemini, I don't think you're giving up on this. Let's go to the extended and see where this ends up. The extended link is in the description box right below this video. It's also pinned to the top of the comments section. It's also on this video itself. If you're watching this video on television, then you're going to need to grab your cell phone or your laptop to come on over and join me right now. I'll see you guys there.